Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Jade, also known as the Starbook here on YouTube. I make luxury related content every week, so make sure to subscribe and get notified when I release new content. So for this week, following one of my followers' advice, I'm doing a comparison video for the Kelly bags between the Sellier and the Retourne shape. As you can see here, I have four of my bags. In front, these two are Kelly 25s, and behind, these two are Kelly 28. So this one everybody saw last week through my unboxing. This is my new Kelly 25 in the Sellier shape. Some of you may have seen this one through my reel. I did a what's in my bag video, and this is a Kelly 25 again, but in the Retourne shape. And behind, this one I don't think I've shown yet on my YouTube, but you may have seen it on my Instagram. This is a Kelly 28, a limited edition one with canvas on the front and swift leather on the side. So the color of the bag is Sesame or Sesame, and I have a cute buddy charm to match the bag. This one is a Kelly 28 in the Retourne shape in the color Etoupe with plated hardware. This one I got quite a few years ago. I don't wear as often because I'm more into small bags now. So I think for today we're gonna focus on the two smaller Kelly 25s and do a comparison between the Sellier and Retourne shape to look at what they fit, how I use them daily, and kind of my recommendation to you if you were just starting your collection, which one to get. If you're interested in the bigger bags, make sure to let me know in the comment section and I can do a separate video for these two. So a little bit of background information first. The Retourne and Sellier shape are the two shapes that comes for Kelly bags traditionally, but now it's also available for Birkins. But it is more common on the Kellys. So here we have a Kelly 25, as you've seen before, in the Sellier shape. So what it means is basically that the stitching is on the outside of the bag and it gives a more structured look to the handbag, and it tends to hold the shape very well. Usually the leather Hermes use for the Sellier shape bag are harder, stiffer leathers like Epsom, box leather. I've also seen it in Chev. But those are the typical leathers used for the Sellier shape. On the other hand, for the Retourne shape, because the stitching is on the inside and the bag is basically kind of turned inside out, it's a much softer bag, and typically the leather used for the Retourne shape also are softer. So the typical leathers are Togo leather, Clement, Evercolor or Swift. On smaller bags, Swift is quite common. This one I have here is Togo because I just personally prefer the Togo leather. So from the first look, you can see that the two bags, even though they're both Kelly 25s, they do look a little bit different in size, and that's largely due to the structure of the bag. Even though the Sellier shape does look bigger, it actually fits less because it's quite rigid, and therefore it doesn't fit as much. I have bag insert for each of my bags, so let me take that out and it will help to give you a visual cue of how much they can fit. So here are the inside for my two Kellys. This one is for the Kelly 25 in the Retourne shape, and this one is for the Kelly 25 in the Sellier shape. So as you can see, they are quite different in terms of size. So you can imagine that the capacity of the two bags are quite different. Personally, I find that the Retourne shape are a lot more forgiving. You can definitely put a lot more things into it, and you can definitely stuff the bag and still manage to close the bag without much damage to the actual structure of the bag. On the other hand, the Sellier shape, because it's very structured and very rigid, you really can't stuff the bag too full. Sometimes when I put too many things and I put my sunglasses on top, it really doesn't fit in the bag because the top part of the bag is quite narrow. It just doesn't close if you have too many things in the handbag. So I buy my inserts from 7RP. This is not sponsored. I've bought every single one of my inserts from them with my own money. I essentially have an insert for every single Hermes bag I have from this brand because I just really love how luxurious the fabric they use is. It's waterproof. The inside of the bag does not get repaired by Hermes Spa, so I really want to make sure I protect the inside of my handbags. So here in front of me I have some of the things I typically take with me on a daily basis when I go out. I'm not someone that carries a whole lot of things, so keep that in mind. So let's see how much the bags can fit. So I usually carry a battery pack because my phone is always low on battery. I also carry some tissues, lip balm, hair tie, and this is my key and basic credit cards I need on a daily basis. Hand sanitizer. This is a little pouch I keep with me so I can keep my jewelries in there if I need to take them off. And these are my sunglasses. I keep them in this case. But as you can see, this is how much the Kelly 25 in the Sellier shape would fit. It really doesn't fit a whole lot. If I try to fit my sunglasses in there, I don't think the bag is gonna close. I mean, let's give it a try. Usually I would recommend not doing it like this. Usually you want to put your stuff in after you have your bag insert in your bag to prevent scratching the bag. But there we go. Everything fits. The bag definitely can close with still some room. Let's see if the sunglasses can fit as well. Okay, it did fit right at the top there. Personally, I wouldn't really put that in there. I got my phone, so if I were to fit my phone in there, I don't think everything is gonna fit. Let's see. If I try to keep my phone in there, I don't think the sunglasses are gonna fit. So the sunglasses is definitely a no-no. Even just with what it has on the inside right now, it's very difficult to close it. And you can tell it's quite full and very solid. So personally, if I was taking out a Kelly 25, I would not bring this many things. I just don't like the shape of the bag to compensate if I stuff it too much. But this is definitely possible. So you can fit a charger, that's basically the size of the second phone, your mobile phone, some small makeup or lip balm, hair tie, keys, like everything I need on a daily basis does fit, but it's definitely not plentiful, and my sunglasses unfortunately is too big to fit into the bag. So let's see if it does fit in the Retourne shape. Here's the insert for my Retourne Kelly 25. You can tell it's a lot more spacious. More space, you can probably put another lip balm, any small things you need to take with you. And the sunglasses fits perfectly on top, as you can see. So let's try to put it into the bag. Again, please don't do it in this order. Put in your back insert and then add your stuff. Don't try to shove it in like I'm doing it right now. It can stretch your bag. But regardless, everything fits, as you can see. You can definitely fit more things if you like to bring more things with you on a daily basis. For me, this is more than I would usually carry. I don't really like to have a whole lot of things in my bags. But yes, it definitely fits. So it definitely fits quite a bit more than the Sellier shape. For the Sellier shape, even without the sunglasses and just with my phone, it was pretty difficult to close it. Maybe because it's brand new and it's in box leather, but it's definitely a lot less forgiving than, let's say, if you have a Retourne bag. I thought you guys maybe would also be curious about the weight of the bags, as the two bags are quite different in weight from my standpoint. The box leather is a little bit less heavy than Epsom, so do keep that in mind, but between a stiffer leather like Epson or box leather versus a softer leather like Togo, Clermont. The softer leathers tend to be heavier, so we will see how much each of the bags weight on their own. So here I have the clochette and the strap for this Kelly. We'll put it inside and we'll weigh the bag as a whole. So everything's inside. And let's see how much it weighs. For the Kelly 25 in the Retourne shape in Togo leather, it weighs 671 grams. And in comparison, here again, all the accessories into the bag. This is the Kelly 25 in Sellier in box leather. Let's see how much it weighs. 653 grams. So as you can see, there is a 20 gram approximately difference. It's not a big difference, and honestly you wouldn't really feel a significant difference if you were just carrying the two bags empty, but because this one fits a lot more, I find it a lot heavier because I tend to put a lot more stuff into it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. When it comes to the bigger bags, let's say the 28, the difference does become quite significant. As the leather itself is a bit heavier and you can fit a lot more into the Retourne shape, so my Retourne bags tend to get quite heavy. Shall we weigh them with all the items in? So keep in mind, because the Retourne bag fits a lot more, it's definitely going to be more heavy, as there's an extra pair of sunglasses in there. Everything is in. I don't wear my bag with a clochette, but for you guys, I will put it in so you guys can see how much it weighs in total. This is the strap as well. So this would basically be the bag plus everything I would put in there, plus the insert, plus the strap and the clochette. Let's see how much it weighs. So in total, this is 1,543 grams. So that's how much it weighs with everything I could possibly put inside of it, including strap and everything. So let's see how much it weighs for the Sellier shape. So everything is inside the bag, as you may or may not be able to see. And again, same thing, clochette, this strap. This is not gonna close, but just so you guys know, everything is inside. And let's see how much this weighs. So this weighs 1,427 grams. So if I remember correctly, earlier it was 1,500 and something, so I think there was maybe 100 gram difference between the two. Yeah, so that's for your reference. That's basically how heavy the bags are gonna get if you really stuff them and you put insert and everything you possibly need in the bag. So I know there's a lot of debate in the community about whether or not you should buy the Kelly in the Sellier shape or the Retourne shape. Personally, I prefer the Sellier shape because it's more structured and I just prefer that more formal, structured look. I find it easier to style and easier to use. I know a lot of people say that they find Sellier Kellys quite stiff, but personally I actually appreciate the stiffness of the bag because again it has that strong structural integrity, so it's easier for me kind of to actually get things out of my bags, especially if it's attached to me or just on the crook of my arm. I can very easily open the bag and grab my things, whereas for the Retourne shape, because it's so soft and a bit jiggly, I actually find it quite hard to get in and out of the bag and to find the item I like. To kind of give you an example, I guess, if I have the bag on the crook of my arm, the Retourne shape, because of the leather and everything, it's quite soft, so when I look for things, I feel like I'm like digging through an infinite bag of stuff to try to find some things. Whereas on the other hand, for the Sellier shape, because it's so structured, I just need to like do this and the bag opens and I can just quickly grab the things I like. But I think that's very personal. Like for me, I really like the Sellier shape. I like the way it looks. I like the structure of it. I also like the capacity of it. It's just big enough to fit everything I need on a day-to-day basis. and it's just very chic, and it has very chic and formal kind of look to it. So that's my 2 cents. At the end of the day, I think that's quite a very personal choice. It depends on how many things you would like to take with you on a day-to-day basis, what kind of style you have, how you would like to dress, and stuff like that. It's truly a personal choice. I like that the Sellier really holds its shape over time, and that's something I really appreciate. So if you like a very structured bag, I'm sure you would love the Sellier shape. And frankly speaking, it only takes a little bit getting used to of the stiffness of the bag, and when you're over that honeymoon phase with your new Sellier bag, it doesn't hurt so much to just yank it open and grab your stuff. The stiffness does soften now a bit over time. That's why some Sellier bag develop a crease on the back of the bag, because as we do this, it can put pressure on the flap of the bag and cause creasing, but it is for you to use right on a day-to-day basis. It is a handbag we love, it's luxurious, but it is also meant to be practical. So personally, I love my Sellier Kelly 25s. If you're looking for your first Hermes bag, definitely consider what are your needs. On what occasion would you use the bag? If you like to dress more casually, you want to use your bag very casually, then definitely Retourne could be a good option. On the other hand, if you like to dress very formal, you like to dress up a bit, you use your bag for more formal occasions, then definitely go for the Sellier shape. Personally, the Kelly 25 size is perfect for my height, but if you're a bit taller, let's say you're above 6'7", maybe the 28 could be a good fit, but it honestly comes down to personal preferences. I've seen small girls carry big bags and it looks great on them. For me, I really do like the size of the Kelly 28, but I find them too heavy to carry on a day-to-day basis, and especially being someone that doesn't take a whole lot of stuff with her, it's a bit unnecessary. Personally, I'm kind of shifting actually towards more and more small bags. I love my Constant Minis, I love my Kelly 25s. Those are kind of the bags I lean towards using these days. Or my little mini bullet, which is great too, because it's an understatement bag. I really just love handbags. I love good quality things that brings me a lot of joy. So I really enjoy talking to you guys about these stuff. I didn't really have an outlet to chit-chat about these things, and moving to a new country is quite difficult. I don't really speak French, even though I'm living in Paris right now. I just moved here, so it's really nice to be able to grow a community online and for us to talk about these things. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Hopefully you find it helpful. Thank you all for watching. Until the end of the video, I will see you guys next week. Bye.